pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Get ready for series.
Davis.
Here.
Mulsine.
Here.
Schneider.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Sukasar. Here. Sukastabio.
Yep. Non-agenda items from sidelines. I didn't have any comments from city administration. Donna? Taxes were due, right? They're not due anymore. Okay, that's all you had? Fire department?
I do have one thing. September 29th, the fire department would like to host a farmer's market right here in front of the fire department and asking permission to use the city parking lot to do so. Or if it would be possible though. It would be from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday.
Sunday.
Correct. It's just the last Sunday of the month.
We put together a ordinance for this, but I mean, is this something we plan on doing every week, or is this one time?
We're gonna try this one first here to see, and then if possible everything goes well, we're gonna do it once a month. We'd like to do.
So maybe we can get a motion to approve this as a one-time event, and then if he wants to do it again, the fire department can bring forward and get that permit. What do you think, guys?
When do you want to do it?
September 29th,
What time?
7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Can I get a motion?
And where was this going to be?
Right here in the city parking.
You
Right
have,
across the street?
Correct.
You have a lot of participants.
We really don't have anything yet. We're in the works of it. Just trying to get all the ducks in as far
Just
as.
you, Bill, and Karen?
Right. Right.
Okay.
Pumpkins.
Can I get a motion to allow the fire department to have a farmer's market in the city parking lot on September 29th between
I'll
7
make
and
that
2?
motion.
Or
Mulsine.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson. Sukasar. Sukastabio.
Yes.
Davis.
yes,
Hopefully it'll work out, and if it does, come forward and you get one of the annual permits.
Thank you.
All right. Bart,
Yes.
have anything?
No.
Nothing?
No. Lay it down on the list there. Just
What about the, is that not on the list anymore? The
Yeah.
backhoe? You want to wait?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm going with the committee with that.
All right, good idea. Adoption of the agenda.
No changes, I made a motion to adopt the agenda, adopt the agenda as presented.
Support. Schneider.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Sukasar. Yes. Sukastabio.
Yes.
Davis.
yes.
Mulsine.
Yes.
Hopefully you've all had a chance to go over the regular meeting minutes of August 20th, 2013. If there's no changes or comments, I'd entertain a motion to accept those.
There's a couple of things, and I meant to address John, but one is on number, number 3. I think when we accepted the resignation of Mal, we said with regret. And I think the other one was on number 1, on the gas station. I believe we approved it with the submission of architectural drawings.
I have that in approval. Pending architectural.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry, I missed
And
it.
Mel, I know we said all that stuff, but it was so long, I was just
Yeah.
trying to keep it short.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was, okay. Anyway, just that was.
With regret?
Yeah.
Laura, we can hardly hear you down here because of the noise.
Oh,
What did you?
The one on Mel's, number 3, we accepted his resignation with regret.
Right.
Yeah, okay, and the other one, I made it correct. So-
Motion to accept the
And the
minutes.
other was okay.
Motion to accept the minutes as amended.
Support. Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Sukasar. Yes. Sukastabio.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Mulsine.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
All right. Is that better, Guy? Bart took
Yeah.
care of that for me.
Thanks, Bart.
Presentation and approval.
Yeah.
Presentation and approval of August receipts report for $497,271.61. August disbursement report of $115,223.76. and electronic wire transfers of $6,915.60. Anybody have any questions? Can I get a motion to approve the receipts and disbursements report and pay the bills?
I'll make a motion, we accept the receipts report, the disbursements report, and the wire transfers report as presented.
Support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Sukas W.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Masayan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver.
Communications, there were none. Unfinished business, there was none. New business, fire department, Apollo invoice. Take it away.
This is to replace a windshield that got a crack in it from a rock going down the road. So we came out and replaced this windshield. The insurance company's going to be fitting most of the bill. I believe our deductible will be $500 on this.
But we have to pay the whole thing, and they're recouping what we pay, so we need a motion to approve the payment to Apollo Fire Equipment Company for $2,564.88. Can I get that motion?
Okay, let me, so it's $2,600 for a windshield?
Correct.
Here's the reason.
Unfortunately, we cannot just call like a Henderson glass or a Safe Light glass to this. These windshield, this is a one-piece windshield. It's 8 foot by 4 foot. So it's a big chunk of glass. This truck is a custom-built Spartan fire truck. It's not just an everyday production vehicle.
I think they made, what, 30 of them?
Was that a crack? Did it crack? Or was it a hole?
Yes, it cracked. Yep, it was a chip and then cracked across the bottom.
We were on a call.
It was on call.
And another fire truck shot the rock up, is that correct?
Correct. Yep. Passing.
So,
Okay, so we'll be out of pocket $500.
right.
Correct.
All right, and we got that in the budget somewhere.
Correct.
I'm sure
Well,
we'll find it-
I mean, we
find
don't
it
budget
repaired.
for, but yes, there is money there for it.
Can I get a motion to pay the $2,564.88?
I'll make that motion.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukas W.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Masayan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Okay, fire department invoice correct, Auto Solutions invoice.
This is another insurance claim that we had to do on a truck. One of the firefighters backed into a mailbox with the truck, putting a pretty good scratch down the side of it. So we had to get it repaired.
And now, this is also the one insurance is gonna pick up. what-
Correct, this is
All but-
insurance as well.
All but $325.
$225.
Correct.
So I need a motion to approve this invoice.
No, all right, so on this one,
They come in threes. There was also one where a motorcycle hit one of our trucks, but it didn't do any damage. So I think now that those three things are over with, we'll have a
Hopefully we will have any
open area where there's not gonna be any issues.
so this was our fault, we have to pay $325?
Yes.
Correct.
Same truck.
Same truck.
Same truck. About a week apart, 2 weeks apart.
And I think with policy, our policy is that any accident, no matter how major or small, there's drug testing and
Correct, yes.
and all that other stuff that we have the people at the incident go through. So
Yep, correct.
And accidents do happen when you're driving a big vehicle, so.
I can imagine.
It's happened.
I hit mailboxes all the time.
Don't have mine.
Can I get a motion to pay this one?
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Sukas W.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Masayan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Next, water and sewer, Tom Ward and Sons. Bart?
That's a lagoon cutting. I request them and I budget for it annually out of 592-537-802.
It was less than the typical lagoon cutting as well. Right?
Yeah, because we're trying to do more of it in-house,
Right.
but every now and then I have to call
And we used to pay
them.
$1,000.
I used to pay, well, actually it was 11, I think we, 11 something it went up to him.
Can I
Because
get a,
I called him up and said,
What did you say it was, a cutting?
cutting the
Yeah,
grass, all the
lagoon
grass
cutting.
and all the
Yeah.
behind the weeds.
well, it's on the berms.
On the berms.
Oh.
Yeah, we've been weed
It's to keep the turtles.
Well, yeah.
So I need a motion to pay this invoice.
I'll make
please.
a motion to approve the invoice from Tom Ward and Sons in the amount of $687.
Support.
Bart, why don't we do this ourselves?
We do
Well,
most of it, or some of the
we
time.
started doing it ourselves to hold the cost down, and again, this is, and I budget for this, and it's normally 1,100 or somewhere in
And you
there.
budget how many times a year?
I only budget 4 cuts a year, and your grass can only be no longer than 6 inches or 8 inches out there, DEQ specifications.
And
You
what's
need a boom
happened,
mower,
what's
though,
happening, here's
But-
one of the reasons we had to have people come in and do this. His guys have been staggering vacations, he had a vacation, there just haven't been enough manpower hours available for us to take care of this on, inside
Well,
the house, right?
it's not, what happened is, that doesn't help, but generally, Tom Ward and Sons since 1995 or whatever used to cut our entire lagoon area. And before him, the St. Clair County would come in for X amount of dollars and cut it for us. St. Clair County got out of the business of cutting people's lagoons for any price. Ward's was the only other one with an arm, actually you went and bought one, that could do the berm for us. And at the same time, I just had to cut everything. But it seems though, the worst time, it needed cutting, it wasn't cut. So, anyways, I think it was last summer, we started cutting it ourselves with weed whips. And
It's taking a lot of time.
it takes a lot of time, and then what had happened, we had that terrible heat, that snap, and I just told them, I don't want them out there. I don't want anybody passing out because of the high temperatures and running those weed whips. And,
Well, they could jump in and swim around a little.
well, that's what I thought, but we didn't want that to happen.
That's a good idea.
So I
Not
exercised,
a couple of times.
so I exercised one of my contracted services,
And it is in the budget.
and it is in the budget.
All right,
And
guys.
it's actually, I got a line item for under contracted services.
But this is 4,
And this is half, almost half the amount as I normally pay.
and it's 4 cuts, so we're paying them $175 for a cut.
No, this
No,
is per
this
cut.
is just one.
This is one cut.
One cut for $700?
That's almost half the price.
Used to be 1,000.
Used to be 1,100.
Seen the
Something.
lagoons, right?
I've
It's
been out
big and
there.
they've got the angles that, like you said, it's an arm on a, that reaches out and does around.
I
the
just
edges.
can't cut the bank with a mower. A push mower, I can't, well, I tried it personally. Can't do it with a push mower. Can't do it with a rider for sure.
Well, plus you don't wanna dig into your berms at all.
No,
You don't wanna damage
no, you
your
don't
berm.
wanna, yeah, you damage the berms and it starts eroding, and that's not a good thing. Now I'm in violation of that too, by the way, so.
Anybody else have any questions?
I think we got a motion in support.
Yeah. Davis,
Yes.
Mosayan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zukasar,
Yes.
Zukasdale.
Yes.
All right. Next is CSP and Comerica Bank. What is the renewal date on these?
It's going to be in September.
In September, this month, we have the renewal of our 2 CDs coming up. Larry and me and Donna met with Comerica Bank because of the fact that our J fund, which is our equipment replacement fund, after our audit, we realized, I think, after all the wire transfer fees and the, wire transfer fees and other things, we ended up with about $11 off of the interest of that whole $250,000 over the whole year. So we had discussed how can we maybe move this into a checking account or do something with it. Come to find out, the wire transfer fees were actually being charged by CSB Bank, not by Comerica Bank. They have no wire transfer fees in the J fund. But through all this, we got to talking about our CDs that we renewed and how little money we're making on them, and thought maybe we could make one of the CDs longer, like a year or 9 months, to get a little more interest out of it, and start staggering them and renewing them one of them maybe every 6 months, and do $250,000 a year CDs where we get 0.28% instead of 0.20. If we went where we renewed one for 6 months now and one for a year, Then when 6 months comes, we do the one that was 6 months for a year, and then we start staggering them. We can make a little more money off of our money. Not much, but a little more. And Larry and I discussed it, thought it was a pretty good idea. And also through this, I was able to make some phone calls and got CSB to waive all our wire transfer fees for Comerica transfers that we make out of the equipment replacement fund. So hopefully we'll see that start making a little more money than it has been. So anybody have any questions on this? Or Larry, you want to say anything?
The only thing is that this account over the years, up until recently, well, the last few years I would say, used to generate around $25,000 a year in interest. And the way it is now, and with the wire transfer costs, it's back to a minimum. It's just kind of zeroes out. So this will pick up a few more dollars, not much, but and when we discussed it with them and Donna and Dan, I think it's a good idea. It'll give us a few more dollars. So I think what we're thinking is make one for 6 months and one for 1 year. I believe is what we decided.
Right,
So,
and do we ever get rates from CSB?
I think yeah.
No, but I thought that's when we're going to be, oh, they're the same.
They're
They run
exactly
the
the same?
same.
Okay, these rates are basically the same then.
So, yeah, I guess it don't matter which one we go to the year and which one we stay at 6 months, but,
Does anybody have any questions on
Yes.
there? Everybody understand what we're saying?
okay. All right, then you want me to make the recommendation then?
Yep, please make a motion.
I'll make a motion then that we go call America for 1 year and we go with the local bank for 6 months when they come due.
Support.
Hassan,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zukasar,
Yes.
ZukasW,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd actually like to thank CSB for working with us on those wire transfer fees. They were very, very gracious and more than happy to bend over to help us out. Other new business from the mayor. School is back in. Today was the first day. I'd like people to make sure you're careful in the mornings and afternoons while kids are walking to and from school. I think that our police, even though our chief's not here, police should be pulling people over for the next couple of weeks, just letting them know, look, you're in a school zone, be sure you go slow in the morning and the afternoon. And I usually, every year, kind of task them with that, pull people over and warn them to not speed in these school zones. It's very important we don't have an accident with one of our children in town. That's all I have. Larry, you have anything?
Yes, I'd like to publicly thank a few businessmen in town for the financial contributions on the salt bid.
Okay.
And one was Mark Vlasic and Chris Donato of Donato Enterprise, I think they are, and Chris Kane of, I think, Apollo.
Apollo
Yeah.
EDM.
And,
They're building their new facility north of town.
Yeah, they're building a new facility there. We're in Fraser and they're building that. And also for Lou Grace for the donation of the land. So we're proceeding on it, on this, and it's with their financial help, it certainly assists the city, and I think we should publicly thank them for that.
Very much so.
So,
And the survey is done. The building has been removed. If anybody wants to go over and take a look at the site, we do have site prep coming up, so that's the next step. Also, I don't know if you wanted to talk about the signs.
This here is proceeding. There might be some extra costs. I think the DPW committee will have to get into it on this. So there's another issue coming up that we're going to have to address as well. So we'll be setting up a meeting within the next week. Yes, and the signs, this here, Dan brought this to my attention, but I tell you what, you brought it to my attention, so you
Well,
address
I don't know,
this.
I guess everybody's noticed the signs in Richmond, how the new signs all look good and are matching and everything else with city limit signs. And I'd kind of like to do something like that here. The signs actually aren't too expensive. We found them online where you can customize the sign like Memphis City Limits or Memphis Schools or the Lions Club or even the Legion. We could have matching signs at each of the parks, down at Mutual Park, over at the school park. And this is something we could do to dress up our town a little bit and just move forward and do some stuff at minimal cost. So
What color are they?
Well, these can be any color. Actually, there's several colors. There's blue with the white writing. There is burgundy with the white writing. There is black with white writing, and
One with,
We should go at our
green.
school, what's their school colors?
blue and gold. I don't know that we can get the gold around the outside or in the background, but we can probably make some phone calls and find out. So yeah, I mean that might be something that will really make a difference. Blue and the gold. If we could do the gold writing, I think it would really stand out.
You just don't have the right color blue.
Right. Yeah. Well, we don't know. We don't know until we see it in
I
person.
do have some spray cans over there.
We can just spray them.
Just-
So right now we're gonna be pricing these. We're gonna be talking to the school, seeing if they want to get in on this and get some school signs. Talking to the Lions Club, see if they want one, and try to all get together on the same sheet of music and work up a price for this. And we might be voting on this maybe at the next meeting.
and we want all the same designs, so it'll be uniform to the
And
whole-
same lettering
to the whole city.
and everything else.
And we might have one directing an arrow to the library, one directing to the police department off the main streets.
Right.
These are not a big sign.
No,
These
they're,
are 2 foot by a foot and a half, foot and a half wide, 2 foot tall.
and they're less than $50 a piece, I think, or something.
35, I
like
think.
Yeah, well, when you buy multiples, they get down
The
to,
more you
like,
get.
if we do city limits, we'll be able to put them on, Bell
Right.
River Road, on Boardman, or on
Right.
Boardman Road, east and west, and on Pratt Road. Main Street already has the state
Big
highway
signs, yeah.
signs, so we'll probably leave those alone for now. But, it would be, I think after you buy 4, it drops to like $33
It's
a
not
piece.
gonna is it gonna all signs say Memphis city limits?
No,
No.
each one is
That's what I said.
customizable.
Okay.
But the 4 coming into town will say Memphis city
Oh,
limits.
okay.
And we'll have one that says library, maybe police department, fire department, whatever we decide. We'll sit down and try to work out a list of signs. And then another thing is to dress up the street signs. We have the standard green street signs. Over the years, Bart could put in a program, we talked about this today, where maybe he does 1 or 2 streets a year. Because he puts in, how much is your budget for signage each year?
Signs, it's either $300 or $500.
So, I mean, doing a street and getting like maybe Potter Street and having it have a Memphis or maybe even the logo of the school, the M, and then have the street name would be, it'd make a big change in the town.
And change it from the green to
To
blue
the blue
thing.
or whatever color we go to. And that's something that we can do that will change and dress up the town a little bit and put a,
Beautified.
beautification thing. And it's not expensive.
Hard to see at night though.
That's true.
Say what?
How would you see it at night?
Hard to see at night.
I guess the white would be reflective.
It's reflective sign.
Yeah. So that's something that we're looking into.
Well, as long as you're talking about signs, what about those fire truck signs?
I told you we have one out there.
Yeah, that would be something
It's
that,
almost in front of your house.
Watch for the fire trucks?
Yeah, it's a
Not
caution
something- who's not
yellow
watching it?
sign. It's actually favoring Sue's over there. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
have to check
if
that
you
out.
go down Benton Street, just go down to Benton and turn right and go home. You'll see it as you turn the corner on the
All right.
right-hand side.
Okay, and that's all,
Anything else?
yeah, that's all I had.
Robbie, got anything?
Good.
Forgive me.
Guy, you got anything?
I meant to call you, I'm sorry.
Eric?
No, I'm all set,
No.
thanks.
Bob? Bill?
No.
Anything? Nothing? Motion to adjourn.